So hi and welcome to another Thrift Thursday. This one's a little bit late, so apologies here to everybody. And today we're going to take a look at this gaming keyboard here from Empire Gaming. Now if you're not familiar with my channel, I go through a lot of technology. I've got Tech Tuesday, which is more of a premium product, and a Thrift Thursday like this is more for budget gaming gear below $50 or 50 UK pounds. All the links for all this stuff will be put in the description, and if you're not familiar, I've got a website, beardybob.com, and on there I've got a load of comparison tables and things like that, comparing keyboards, mice and mousepad, giving you all the measurements and things that I've done to allow you to compare what you're looking for. So let's get into this review. So Empire Gaming contacted me and said, take a look at this K900 keyboard if you like. So I said, okay, because I'm here and I want to take a look at a lot of products. And I'm always looking for budget products for gaming gear for you guys to understand what's out in the market. And I can then give it a test and then I can let you know what I think of it. So the overall shape, well, this is a 105 key layout keyboard. It's a traditional shape and it's fully black with some RGB lighting. It comes with a built-in palm rest. It's got some adjustable feet on the rear so you can higher and lower the keyboard. It's got rubber feet as well to keep it secure on the desk. It's also got this design on the base. It has a lot of cutouts to allow for like a bit of styling on the bottom, although you won't see that because you can have it on your desk. We've already alluded, it's got RGB lighting. It's got lighting little strips around the edge, which is nice, gives a good accent. It's got a big logo at the top here for Empire Gaming, and it's got a little logo at the bottom saying #we are Empire Gaming. It's got a bit of a hex pattern, but other than that, it's quite neutral. It's got a lot of subtle style in this keyboard and it'll fit into most setups without a problem. There's no cable management on this, which is a bit of a shame. I've hidden the cable here under the feet, which you could do as well. It would be nice to see in later versions the addition of cable management to allow you to route it differently under the keyboard. The cable comes out on the right hand side of the keyboard. It's not adjustable, you can't change it to the left. I've got the UK version here layout. So the price, well, it's on Thrift Thursday, so it's got to come in under $50, and this one does. It comes in way under at £25.90, so about $25 US. So it's certainly well under that price range, which is good. So we've gone over the design and the price. Now let's look at the quality of this keyboard. So initially here when unboxing it, I did find that when I gave it a bit of a twist, there was some flex in the chassis, and that's because this is made from all plastic. There's no metal on this keyboard, but you'd expect that for this price. And there's a little bit of flex, as well as a little bit of movement when you press down on the keyboard. But all this really didn't cause many problems when using it from a day-to-day basis, but it's something to bear in mind. The overall build quality though is good. There's no squeaks, there's no creaks. Like I say, it feels nice when you're typing on it. There is no real issues with the quality. The paint's good. You know, out the box here, this to me looks a bit more expensive than a $25 US keyboard. I gave it the old fingerprint test to see if it's going to attract any fingerprints because it's black, and if you're looking at like some of the keyboards I've done for my other stuff like the Razer Black Widow I did, that thing was like a fingerprint magnet, and so is the Huntsman. But this Empire Gaming one here didn't attract any fingerprints. In fact, it's pretty fingerprint resistant, and overall it was good for that, so you don't have to clean it all the time. So one of the ways to keep the price down on this keyboard, they've gone for a mechanical membrane feel. That's understandable because mechanical keyboards are generally a lot more expensive because of the switches, and generally membrane are reasonably okay. So what I've done here is I've measured some of the actuation pressures. The actuation, well, I did a test on the K key here first, and that came in at an initial press of 43 grams, then 58 grams, and then again 58 grams, which gives it an average of around 53 grams actuation, which is pretty good. And then what I did was I took a measurement of the space bar, and the first press on the space bar came in at 59 grams. The second one was 54 grams. And the final one was 59 grams again, which gives it an average of 57 grams. So again, a decent press. It's not too stiff. It's not too weak, should we say. There's a bit of resistance. So the keycaps are painted on this. They're not double shot or anything like that. They do have a slight curve in them, so your finger won't slip out. And it's quite an average curve, I would say. There's nothing special, nothing different about this curve. It's just a normal curve in a key. I also checked that for keycap wobble, and surprisingly there is very little on this. This has got some good keycaps. There was very little wobble, and I was quite impressed with that. I was surprised, I expected a little bit more. So it's a very steady key to press. What I'm going to do going forward is I've got some Blue MX keys coming as well to give people a bit of a better understanding as a baseline, which I'll use first, and then I'll show the keyboard I'm going to use, like this Empire one, against it, so you get an idea of the sound and how loud it's going to be. So my typing experience, well, let's listen to what it sounds like when you're typing. Overall, my typing experience on this keyboard was good. There would be a few things that I'd like to see improved perhaps in the next version, and that for me is the tilt on the keyboard. Now these are personal preferences here. The keyboard for me lies a little bit flat even with the feet out, and I do prefer a bit more of a tilt, and this keyboard for me lies a little bit flat. It might not bother some people, they might prefer a flatter keyboard. As I said, this is personal preference. I also found that the right shift is nice and large, but the left shift key is quite small. And when I was typing, I was certainly pushing the backslash here quite a bit. Probably in between the shift and the backslash, it just needs to be that little bit longer. And that would be nice to improve the key typing experience there for me. So they say it's got a built-in wrist rest, and to me, my hands weren't on the wrist rest, nor were they impacted by the wrist rest. For me, it just seemed a bit like an extended bottom part of the keyboard that really was more styling than, for me anyway, effective, should we say. But to me, they're minor picks. Like I say, they're my preference. What I did find was it was a very good typing experience. I enjoyed typing on this membrane keyboard. I've used membranes for a long time, and this is a nice keyboard to type on. They're not too spongy. Like I say, doing the actuation test, they've got a little bit of resistance, but it's not ridiculous. I've been using a lot of HP keyboards recently, and they're just ridiculously bad for sponginess. This one is really good for typing on, to be fair. Does it feel like a mechanical? Well, as you expect, it's in between a membrane and a mechanical. I'd say it still feels more and sounds more like a membrane than it does a mechanical. It doesn't certainly have the loudness of a mechanical, which to me is a good thing, to be fair. When I was gaming with this keyboard, I didn't feel like there was any delay or anything like that whatsoever. It's a very fast responding keyboard. I found all the keys to be in the right place where I want them to be, as it's a very traditional keyboard layout. And even for gaming, it was perfect, this keyboard, really. So the size of this keyboard, well, I've measured it myself, but there's a very good diagram they've done on the website. I'll put a picture here to show what it looks like, but go and check it out, their website, if you want to have a look. I'll put all the links in the description. It came in at 460mm in width. The length of it comes in at 180mm. With the legs up, it came in at 27mm. That wasn't including the keycap though. The front of the palm rest came in at 20mm, and the lowest part, the front of it, the palm rest, came in at 10mm. Putting the feet down, and as I've said, it's quite flat, this keyboard in my opinion, and it raised it to 40mm, and the front high part of the palm rest was 20mm, and the low part again was 10mm, so there's no change there. It comes with a 1.6 meter braided cable, which is fine. It's quite flexible and it's quite thin, so you won't have any issues routing it through any of your desk or anything like that. This keyboard is packed with features. As I said, it's got 9 modes of RGB lighting. One of them you can customize to change the lighting to your preference, and one of them is very cool where the keyboard has either a mic built into it or something like that, and it's able to flash depending on what music's on or making noise like I'm clapping in the video. So some of the other features this keyboard comes with, it's got 3 macro function on the left hand side labeled G1, G2 and G3. Everything you need to do on this keyboard is in the manual, which is good to see. You've got a 19 key anti-ghosting function, which is mainly around the gaming keys, which is good to see, so you won't get this issue when you're pushing multiple keys of the keyboard not being able to take that input for that key press. It's nice to see that you've got 12 multimedia keys here for forward, backwards, track, pause, stop, volume up and down, and your general email, home button, stuff like that on your PC. Another good feature is you can disable the Windows key, which is good, so when you're gaming you don't press that and it tabs you out of the game, which can be slightly annoying, especially on the left hand side of the keyboard. It's plug and play from Windows XP to Windows 10. So overall, for the price, you're getting a lot of features in this keyboard in my opinion compared to some of the competitors out there in the market. So how would I sum up my experience with this keyboard? Well, my overall experience was that it's good price, especially for the features that you're getting, as I've said before. The quality is reasonable. It's certainly around the same qualities you'd expect at this level of pricing. You got a lot of RGB lighting. You got a lot of functions with macros, media keys, everything's on this keyboard for this price. Plug and play. I mean, yeah, I've got some gripes with this keyboard, but I do with most of them the things that I review anyway. But if you're looking for a keyboard in the price range of 25 quid to 25 US dollars, this one is certainly worth checking out. So as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you've enjoyed this. Anything else you want to see, put in the comments, and I will see you all again very soon. Catch you later. Bye bye.